Chelsea are the Club World Cup champions, and I cannot tell you the unhealthy amount of times I've watched highlights. You know the thing about when your team does well in competitions, how you wake up, you can just never still get over it. But there's something peculiar in world football now that has added something else to football. That is watching hater reactions and then watching naysayers and stuff like that. It's been very beautiful, and these are some of like the beautiful naysaying videos I have seen so far. They're top notch.
I'm not really scared of Chelsea, to be fair. I'm not.
I'm going PSG 3-1 to PSG.
I'm getting a total escaping embarrassment. 5-1 PSG.
Yeah, PSG 3-1.
You're not unstoppable. I believe Bayern Munich or Real Madrid is better than Chelsea.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you absolutely batter
my God.
Chelsea in the final.
Yeah, hopefully. Yes, I hope so as well. You hope it's going to be difficult. You hope it's going to be different. But the way PSG are playing, I don't see anything stopping PSG. I don't see anything stopping PSG. I really don't.
No. Listen, there is no conversation.
They've been amazing.
They're gonna beat for 7-6-0.
You know, nobody pisses me off like this guy. The guy in the Madrid JC, I get it. You support Madrid. Your team couldn't beat PSG. But to say 7! You know, there's no conversation. There's no conversation. But I want to give a shout out to someone too. Embarrassing. You're embarrassing. You, this guy in Madrid, you're embarrassing. I know it's a haters thing, but then that was very embarrassing. I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine. He's like the only person who even I was so adamant I know that Chelsea was going to win. So this is my friend Jude. Last week, after I made a video on the PSG, and he was like, they are not special. I was really perplexed. And Jude goes on to say, this was before Sunday. This was on like Thursday. Like, I'm telling you, bro, I've been watching them. I wanted them to beat Madrid so badly. And I was very shocked. And he said Madrid would have been harder, but they are not special. And we will see when we face them. And Jude is a die-hard Chelsea fan as I am. Then Jude goes on to say, there was something Jude said I didn't agree, though I still don't agree. But he said, if any of my football knowledge is left, they won't be a big challenge for us. They're a free scoring side, but that's more of a style than anything. This is why I disagree. He says they are like Atalanta. I mean, bro, come on. The part that gets me is when he says Chelsea is better. The part that kills me in everything Jude says is, Jude goes on to continue to say, we are naturally a defensive team with good attackers. They won't know what hit them. You will see. And I sent this whole VN trying to talk about how good PSG were and how Jude is overlooking them and stuff like that. But then it gets more interesting from here. He goes on to say, I'm not saying we'll be dominant next season per se. I just know we will beat PSG convincingly. Hey! Odifo Sebe. Odifo Jude Sebe. We will beat PSG convincingly. And I think he made up his mind after he watched them against Madrid. So let's start our disagreements from there. It's like, I also watched the Madrid game. These guys were convincing. So how do you mean? And all this conversation was on Thursday. Then on Sunday, Jude, I think this was after the second goal, Jude hits me up. Are you seeing what I am seeing? I'm like, bruh, sometimes you have to swallow humble pie. But shout outs to Jude. I've had very cool memory with Jude when it comes to Chelsea, especially the 2021 season. I literally watched almost all of Chelsea's game with Jude, from the Madrid game where this guy was so jubilant he was almost knocking me off with his elbow. Then we watched the final together with her. So Jude, shout out. What do you for? Like, I'm never going to like second guess you again. However, one person who never fails to make me laugh is Code Micky. God, this guy is so funny. So Code Micky had like this reaction video he did before the Chelsea game, and like I'd like us to watch the video again.
And Crawford is on Chelsea bet match PSG. Chelsea, you will never be a while.
Any so challenge on clear as a Gina Chelsea so no monsieur.
I was saying no monsieur.
PSG Bono when you're fra anti Chelsea near Diano.
Basically
saying history near Masana.
the game PSG is playing, you are not supposed to be blind to it.
Chelsea with Real Madrid.
Hey.
And Intano on show keke o sa be shele bufu be disgrace no coach no defend na. Rudiga. Ti eponimo bie. Nyame my chance yes destiny sanadru. 7 o'clock.
You follow this guy, you go your bet goes.
The first half no with my first half first goal, first half second goal. PSG bon first two. And then the second half, no, sorry, 2 above the count. The Chelsea had a difference of 4 years. Chelsea coach, you know, opportunity be saying, go with my escape match, you go escape. But baby, I do not banisa.
Basically, what Code Mickey was saying is that, I mean, the money against a PSG victory is not that bad. So if you are a better, go bet against Chelsea. By a 4-goal margin, and like, what has Chelsea achieved in this life at all to stand in the way of the destiny of boys and men? And if Chelsea had a way of escaping the match, they would escape. But one thing I like about Code Mickey is very funny. And one thing I like about him is that even before the end of the first half, he came out to apologize. He didn't even wait for the first half to end. He just came out to apologize.
Hey, Chelsea, my head inside. Me too much is
Ain't she sure saying?
Easy, please. I swear, the world will be inside. No, nobody will explain what will happen tomorrow morning. Because how PSG will not be anything. PSG life. We are dealing with wicked principalities, demonic vampires who are ruling and fighting against our breakthrough.
Oh my goodness.
It's a very strange game. This is the PSG that scored Bayern Munich. This PSG gave Inter Milan 4.
Now we see cash.
Discipline Real Madrid.
Now we see cash.
Why now? Have I done something wrong?
Oh.
Have I done something against association football? So why now?
And a Kafra. Black Star screen should see.
Charlie, my head inside. My head. They do 1. Oh, things go change. 2. They've made it 3 first half.
Forget you, Obia.
And they are not showing any signs that they can even get a goal. This is not a PSG.
But all fun and games aside, I think football, this leads us to one thing about football. It's very unpredictable. It has unpredictability. There are things people see to make their analysis and get to their conclusion. Sometimes it defies logic. You know, Sichofe has this thing called Sunsumbo, and I said that in my last episode, because irrespective of the analysis that's given prior to games change, teams do not show up, a lot of things change, factor into a lot of things. Because if football ever spoke the truth, like a country like Netherlands should have a World Cup by now, if football was ever as fair as people thought, like a country like Ghana should have had at least one AFCON since 1982. So these things happen in football, but then again, it's just nice seeing all this hater reaction. Shout outs to Code Mickey. Whatever he does it's not forced. His comedy is it's funny. So yeah, like, share, subscribe to the Sulia podcast. Bye.